Hello everyone, it's Kirk with What's New Video Games, and this is our review of the newly released Legend Bowl. It's out now. I personally wanted to check out this game because it obviously has a lot of charm in the aesthetic, in the graphical design. They're going for like a Tecmo Bowl type of style, but it's very modern looking, it's very crisp. Graphically, it looks like it was made right now. It's just in the aesthetic sort of style of a, Super Nintendo game or something like that. I do recommend this game for the price it's currently at, for the $20 on sale, or if you can get it lower than that, I certainly recommend it. But there are a few things that I want to caution you guys about in regard to that, so don't click away, because one of the main factors for the marketing for this game, and something that I personally was interested in, and the reason I wanted to pick it up, and that you guys might be interested in as well, is that the trailers make this game seem as if it has a fully fleshed out franchise mode, in the same vein as the older Maddens from the PlayStation 2 era. I'm thinking of Madden 05, 06, around that range, which had the newspaper articles, the radio show, the stadium upgrades. You could do concessions, you could do your ticket pricing, you could do training facilities, add-ons to the stadium. This game has a lot of that, which is very unique for a game of this style to have all of that, and that's the reason why I wanted to buy it and review it. But it has some glaring omissions to the franchise mode, and we're gonna get into those. But first, I do want to just talk about the game in general. So the game has sort of these generic teams, and as you can see, I've changed this one. But so it has generic teams with generic logos. But the thing is that there's a bunch of extra logos that you can switch these to, and you can edit, the team colors. You can edit pretty much every aspect. So if you wanted to get in here, like I did with Buffalo, this was the Buffalo Steel. I changed it to the Buffalo Bills, and then I picked this logo because this, like, you see how generic these logos looked? Whereas this logo is literally just the Bills logo. So I'm not even a Bills fan, but for my franchise mode, I decided to go with the Bills because, like, this logo looks amazing. But so you could get in here if you wanted to. Unfortunately, there's no, like, this isn't NCAA 14 where, everybody could download the rosters for that particular year, because somebody out there went through all of the trouble to update the rosters every single year for years after that game was released. This doesn't have that. There's no online rosters that you can download or upload or anything like that. You'd have to go in here manually and do it yourself. But in theory, you could make, the entire NFL roster. You could make a college football roster. And there's a lot of ability to edit, certain things with this game, and you can edit all of the players. So let that be known. Like, that's very cool that they have that, especially for a generic game with no licenses. You can get in there and, like, make the Bills or make the Patriots. So that is available. That's on offer, and I think that's a very cool feature of the game. There's also a tournament mode. Doesn't really amount to much. It's just like a bracket. You just start out on the edge of the bracket, and you're gonna make your way through the tournament. Also, as you can tell, like, I'm playing on PS5. The load times not very great for PS5. I don't know why this game has such long load times, but it does. So yeah, as you can see, you're just making your way through the bracket. That's all this is. It's like a bigger college football playoff, I guess, if you wanted to do that. It's not like you could set up a tournament with your friends. At least I haven't seen, that to be the case. So that's disappointing. So this mode, all in all, it wasn't really something that I was interested in the first place. So I'm not really bummed out that it's not super deep. But that's all that is. I think if you're buying this game, you're buying it for the franchise mode, as I did. So let's talk about it, and let's talk about what's good about it and what's bad about it. And let's start with what is bad. And what is bad is that you cannot make trades. I don't know how they decided that. I don't know what was involved in that decision-making process, but you cannot make trades. You cannot make free agent signings. There is virtually no element of player management at all. Like, there's no GM type of anything happening. They do have the draft at the end of the season, which is just like a Madden draft. Like, it's fully functional, fleshed out draft. It's really cool. You get, a new influx of players to your team every season. That's very, very cool and awesome that they added that in, like, a dinky little 2D Tecmo Bowl style game has a franchise mode with a draft. Like, that's cool. But you can't propose trades and you can't sign free agents. It's very odd. There's a front office tab the entire season that virtually lets you do absolutely nothing. I don't understand it. You do get a front office tab in the off season. The off season is different from the regular season. You get the draft. You get to see, what players retired. That's just showing you what players retired. And the only time that I've ever been able to make a trade was in the off season. I've completed 2 seasons now, and in my first off season, I got one trade offer. I got one trade offer from one team, and I got to choose if I wanted to accept it. And I accepted it because they were giving me a good value in terms of what they wanted. I don't know why, if I can't personally make trades, I don't know why I'm not getting a trade offer maybe every week of the season or with some consistency. I mean, when I tell you that I didn't get any trade offers throughout the entire season, I am being 100% truthful there. No trade offers and no free agency decisions, like nobody to cut, nobody to sign. And then this only happens in the off season. This never happened during the season, but I have to choose a player to cut. And then here's the trade offer. So, do I want to do this? Will the Bills send my center, who's god-awful, for a 90 overall center? Yeah, I think so. We will do that, except, okay, and that's probably the one trade proposal I'll get. I didn't get any all season. I don't know why. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why I can't propose trades. I don't know why I can't sign players. But I wanted you guys to know that because, you all, like me, might be picking this up for the franchise mode, and there's no GM stuff other than the off-season. Your off-season decisions, trades only happen in the off-season for some reason, your free agency period, and then the draft. Check out the draft. The draft, really cool. Really cool. I'm really impressed with this game having this draft. I mean, this is like, again, this game at full retail price is $25. This is a really awesome feature for this game to have. I'm the last pick because I won the Super Bowl. So we can look at our breakdown, and we have no good running backs to speak of. We also have a lot on our defensive line that needs improvement. So we can, go. It's just like our Madden draft. We can go to running backs. We can go to best overall. We'll take the highest overall running back. The draft is complete, and we move on to the regular season. I'm going to show you what that looks like. If I go to the front office, it'll give me updates on what the other teams are doing. It's also like very annoying because you have to say, okay. Like you have to press the button like, oh, I got it. It tells you like everything that every other team is doing one by one after every single week of the season. You have to be like, oh, that's fine. Okay. Yes. Okay. Meanwhile, you're not getting to make any decisions. You're just being told what the other teams are doing. It's incredibly frustrating. Either have no GM stuff, no front office stuff, or like, why are you also making me see what other teams are able to do, but I'm not? Like, other teams are making trades, other teams are making signings, but I can't do that, and you're making me watch what all the other teams are doing. It's very bizarre. I don't know what went into that design choice, but it's probably one of the worst things about this. And yeah, it's not great that I can't make trades and signings and do front office stuff. There's nothing going on here. Milestones are just like achievements, basically. Hall of Fame is a trophy case. You do get your stadium management stuff. You can upgrade your facilities, as you can see in the top right corner. I've accrued a lot of money over the past 2 seasons, so I can make really good training facilities for my team. It's 10% increase to player strength rating. So there is an actual benefit to this stuff that you can get out of it. Let's get the blocking sleds as well. Now we're down to almost nothing. Stadium facilities, we can get a hot dog stand. I want a hot dog. So we got a hot dog stand as well, and now we're broke. We need to file for bankruptcy. But yeah, so this is cool. It has an actual effect. 3% says up there to my income level. That way we won't be broke, and we'll be able to reinvest that money into our training facilities. So this is cool. This is a very cool aspect of the franchise mode. I want to give credit where credit is due. This is awesome. This is an awesome aspect of the game. It's really cool that they put this in here, and it makes the franchise mode a much better package. But again, no other front office stuff to speak of except in the off season. The presentation value that you're getting, it's really cool. Like, you can see, like, there's the Bills logo on the helmet. Looks really great. God, the Baltimore Stars colors are really loud, but hey, all of it, you can change all of it to your liking, as I did with the Buffalo Bills, which were the Buffalo Steel previously. So this game, there's not a lot of depth to it. There's not a lot of depth to the gameplay, and for that reason, because there's not a lot of depth to the franchise mode either, I am going to score this game a 3 out of 5. Respectable 3 out of 5. This game is good. It does not rise to the level of greatness. It's just overall, like, it's a fun time. It's not as deep as the trailers might have led people on, but it is a fun time. It is a good game. So it gets our recommendation for the price at $25. It's a 3 out of 5. It's a good game. Thanks for watching, you guys. See you in the next review.